Obviously, a very tough defeat, but no less, win or lose, we know the pride of Australia. Your people are very proud to have a world champion, and you epitomize what it is to be a throwback fighter. Just to open things up, what are your thoughts, after taking a few minutes to think about it, on the results of the fight?
Yeah, it was a good war, I'd say. I started off well. Fundora's a awkward type of opponent, very tall, rangy, flicks that jab. I feel like I did isolate his punches where I was able to sort of feel him out. I think the cut did, of course, did play a part a bit. I couldn't see anything, and there was plenty of blood, but no excuses. The better man won tonight, and pretty stoked to say that I fought in this arena. And yeah, I want to come back and do it again and fight the very best out there. Had 1 week notice, but yeah, it is what it is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, please raise your hand, and once again, we'll try to get you the mic. Questions for Tim.
Tim, congratulations, always all heart. I don't know if you guys are able to confirm it. Is there a rematch clause, Tim, and do you feel like you want to run it back with Fundora?
Look, of course I would. He's got my belt now, but I'm gonna have a little 2-week rest, and then I'll get back in the gym. I think I want to fight the best. I want to make the mega fights happen. We're able to do this in T-Mobile Arena. It's pretty unreal, So the biggest fights possibly to make, and I'm still chasing the. I still believe I'm at the very top of the tree.
Hi, Tim. Cynthia Conte from Best Women's Boxing Show, period. With that elbow, going into the corner, what was your trainer or your whole team telling you how to go about in your game plan, since the blood was gushing everywhere? And also, were you surprised that Fundora actually boxed? Because literally everyone thought he was going to be in a phone booth fight with you.
Yeah, because I sort of eliminated his shots to fight in the phone booth. So I think he only had one option, was to fight me on range. And what my team was saying was stay focused, like round by round. I remember coming out, and I remember just like putting my head down like that, and it was like a fountain, just like fountain of blood coming out. I was like, okay, this can't be good.
Tim, right here. Marcus Hayes of Fight Hub TV.
Yeah.
First, congratulations on such a wonderful fight. It's sad that there had to be a loser tonight. I wanted to ask you, tonight I talked to Stitch Duran, and he describes your cut as the worst type of cut there is in boxing. Once you received the cut and you had been bleeding for about 7 or 8 rounds, did you notice anything physically? Did you feel tired? Did you feel like you were kind of being drained, or was it just bleeding?
No, it was just, the eyesight was gone. I literally couldn't see. I had to wipe my eyes non-stop. Like, physically, I felt still all right. Still, it was just, yeah, you're fighting with blurry vision. It's not ideal, especially with Fundora.
Tim, just on that, was there any thought to trying to get the fight stopped when you couldn't see it?
Well, for me to tell the ref?
Yeah, or your team, was it a consideration at any point?
I took some Fundora on a week's notice. I am who I am. I'm a warrior, and this is what I do. Like, whatever, a bit of blood ain't never killed nobody, let's just say that.
And the American commentary team seems to suggest that the corner didn't have the right ointment to fix it. Were you happy with what was there?
No comment.
Tim over here. Harold Guerra, UNLV TV. I know you were very excited to make your Las Vegas debut. It's every boxer and combat athlete's dream to fight out here in the fight capital of the world. So After the fight, Errol Spence went up in the ring. He obviously wants that fight now with Fundora. So did you get to see that, and what is your reaction to that?
With who? Fundora and Errol Spence?
Yeah. Errol Spence went in the ring and called
yeah.
the fight with.
Yeah. Well, interesting. I'd love to fight Errol Spence as well. I went up to him. I go, let me know if you want to get it on sometime.
And with that Las Vegas topic, there was actually a lot of Tszyu shirts throughout the week here in Las Vegas. How did that make you feel fighting so far away from home, but yeah, there being a big fan presence for you?
Yeah, like the crowd turned up, you know, like it's pretty cool. Like I've gone, sorry, still bleeding. Yeah, I was mainstream in Australia, and my goal was to, you know, step outside of that and come here to the States and have that Mexican type style and go to war. You know, that's what I like to bring. I bring the heat no matter what, like warrior mentality. That's what I'm all about. So I want to appeal to this market and bring these type of like fights. You know, like these are the fights you want to see.
Hey Tim, how are you? This is Najee from Cigar Talk. Obviously, the opponent change happened from Keith to Fundora within a few weeks. I can only assume just, you know, your preparation and what you did for Keith, you know, drastically shifted how this fight went. Can you speak to that? Just maybe how, you know, as far as game planning was concerned, or, you know, even just taking this fight on short notice, how that played into how the fight went tonight?
No, I think that didn't play a part. You know, I was able to adapt. In the first 2 rounds, I felt quite comfortable, and he just came up on top. That's all it was. He was the better man tonight. He won by 1 round, split decision. So, look, it is what it is. We move on, and the show goes on.
I just want to say that that's one of the bravest performances by an Australian athlete that we've seen, for a bloke who could not see for 10 rounds of the fight, but still turned up against a very formidable opponent in Sebastian Fundora. And Tszyu is an absolute credit to Australia. This is not the end of Tszyu at all. It's just the beginning. It just means that we're going to get that rematch happening, and we'll be ready for more fights.
Well, Tim, thank you. I'm sure this is certainly not going to be the last we see of you here. So once again, Tszyu, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be back momentarily as Sebastian Fundora is about to make his way to the stage. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have your questions ready, as now the new WBC and WBO Unified World Super Welterweight Champion, the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, is making his way up here to the ring, accompanied by his entire team. So one more time for the Towering Inferno, Sebastian Fundora. Talk about maximizing the opportunity that is put in front of you. You did not think you would be in a position to be in the main event. And due to circumstances, you decided to take this fight short notice, and you certainly made the most of it. What's the feeling now, being a unified 154-pound champion?
I feel this was bound to happen. You know, it just came a lot faster than we thought. You know, I have a great team. My father, my promoter Samson, Al Heyman, PBC, all these guys help guide me to where I want to be, and I'm just extremely grateful and for the opportunity, and thank you to Tszyu for giving it too.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'll raise your hands and fire away.
Hey, Sebastian, how you doing? This is Najee from Cigar Talk. First of all, congratulations, man. Great fight, extremely great win. Yeah. Obviously, Errol came into the ring after, and you know, he was really adamant about making this his comeback fight. You know, specifically in Dallas. I just wanted to know, how do you feel about, you know, sort of fighting Errol next and, you know, going to Dallas?
Everybody has goals, you know, in boxing. You know, he's a legend right now in this sport, you know, and one of the top fighters. So, you know, I like to get in the ring with him too. You know, it'd be a great fight. You know, he's before that Terrence Crawford fight, he was considered one of the best fighters in the world. So, let's do it.
Sebastian, Melissa Woods from AAP. Can you tell us? Well, Tim was just saying he obviously wants a rematch with you. Might be one for Samson. Like, do you have a rematch clause? Like, are you prepared to fight him given that he gave you this opportunity?
I don't know. That's not my part of the business. I just go in the ring and I fight, you know, and yeah, I'm going to give it to my promoter.
Here, Samson wants to answer.
What was the question?
If there was a rematch clause.
Yeah, it's verbally a rematch clause, but I believe that I'm a promoter. I need to maximize the income of the fighter. And most likely, he will have to wait on one fight at least, recoup himself, Tszyu, and then maybe we can do it, but definitely it will be in America because it's to be the fight of the year, and maybe we do 2 times. But first of all, we need to take care of the business.
Sebastian, right here, Marcus Hayes with Fight Hub. Earlier in the week, we talked, you, me, Nonito Donaire, and I asked you, I said, why give up your for sure shot for the WBC interim title? And you looked at me and you said, Marcus, it's because I'm ready. I'm ready to push all my chips in, and I believe in myself more than I ever have. Talk to us about getting through such a bloody fight tonight and coming out on the winning side.
You know, this is nothing new to me. If you've seen my fights before, I know you have, my fights are always bloody. You know, I think this is another maybe fight of the year candidate. You know, this is was a tough fight. We knew we had a tough opponent in front of us with Tszyu. We knew we had a tough opponent with Bolashuk. So we had a hard camp. We had our camp, and I was ready for whoever they throw at me. It could have been a Mike Tyson. I'm not going to say that, but it could have been anybody. It could have been anybody, and we were ready for it.
Sebastián, Samson, Ernesto Amador de No Puedes Jugar Boxeo. No cabe duda que esta noche se tiene que celebrar seguramente también este campeonato para México, por tu sangre mexicana. La pregunta es para Fundora y para Samson Lukowicz. Felicidades, por cierto.
No, yes, I think with this fight, we really showed our Mexican blood, inside and out. But, you know, we're incredibly grateful for all the fans that came out. You know, we stepped into Vegas, and all the Mexican crowd came and supported us. We were very, very, very lucky to have it. And, you know, on 2 weeks' notice, a short notice, but they came and they supported me. They supported us like they supported Pitbull. And I'm just happy that all the Mexicans won today, and let's continue to do it.
Well, one more time, I make history. En español. Bueno, hicimos nuevamente historia. Tengo a Gabriela Fundora, igual a Sebastián Fundora, el cual es la primera vez en la historia de que hermana y hermano sean campeones mundiales al mismo tiempo. Nunca existió, es histórico. What I'm saying is we make history one more time because Gabriela Fundora, she's a champion, and now Sebastian Fundora is a champion. Never ever happened in boxing to be a female and male champion at the same time. So I'm very happy to be part of that.
Sebastian, congratulations, young man, on a great win. My question to you is: the WBO orders you to fight Crawford next, or you'll be stripped. Under any circumstances, will you vacate the WBO belt to fight Errol Spence?
Whatever they give me, whatever give me. Errol Spence is a great opportunity. I think it's a match made in heaven. But Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world. I would like to fight him.
Thank you. Gail Falkenthal, NY Fights. Congratulations. It seems it's always a family effort with the Fundoras. Sebastian, I'm sure you've heard a lot of critics and doubters say, Fundora can't stay disciplined enough through this fight. He'll eventually, after a few rounds, go back to brawling. But this time, despite the distraction of all the blood, you did stay disciplined. Can you tell us a little about that and whether you heard those comments prior to the fight?
Those comments, they never reach my ear. I'm sure they're always there. Everybody has opinions. That's the thing about life. Everybody's going to speak their own views and thoughts. But you know what? I had a whole year. I had a whole year of camp since I lost with Mendoza. And we've been working. We've been working on our defense. We've been working on sitting back. We've been working about using our jab. So it's it all came out in the fight, and I hope you guys saw it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
2 more questions.
Cynthia Conte, Best Women's Boxing Show, period. First off, happy belated Gabriela. And congratulations, Sebastian. It's funny, I sat with your sister the other day on my live stream, and we talked about how you fight. And I asked, why does your brother fight on the inside when you don't use necessarily your reach and your height and your length? And she said, that's because it's in his blood. It's that Mexican style. What more do you want? We saw something very, very different, and I told Tszyu the same exact thing. Did you expect him to be fighting that exact way? And you fought the way that probably no one thought. Can you talk about that? Coming off of Gail's question.
Again, we've been working very hard for a whole year, trying to fix my mistakes. This is the first of many, You guys know I can find the inside, and now you know that I can find the outside. So, I'm going to continue just doing my thing, and whatever I feel comfortable that night, that's what you guys will see.
Okay, last question here.
Sebastian, congratulations over here to your left. Good job. I wanted to ask you, seriously, when that was going on in the ring and it was so bloody, what were you thinking, and ultimately, what did you learn about yourself tonight?
I thought to myself, hey, it's kind of sticky in here. No. But, I've been through stuff like that. Since I was 8 years old, I used to bleed from my nose all the time. So, blood's nothing crazy for me until they draw it from my arm. But other than that, there's nothing new. We fight on these stages. We're modern-day gladiators, and I hope Amazon Prime Video got a good first show, and I'm glad that I made history today.
Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you to your entire team. What a way to kick things off. PBC on Prime Video. The towering inferno, Sebastian Fundora, World Unified Champion in the Super Welterweight division. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming on out to T-Mobile Arena. The inaugural show, PBC on Prime, will be back May 4th, Cinco de Mayo weekend for a big one, Canelo versus Munguia. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and have a great night.